how to rank your Fiverr gigs. Hi guys, so now today we're going to be discussing how you can rank your Fiverr gigs at the top. You have created a Fiverr account, you have created a gig, and you're not getting orders, or maybe you're not even getting impressions at all. So now how you can rank this gig at the top? How can you rank this gig on the first page, and not just the first page? How can you rank, at least stay on the first two lines of the search results? Now I'm going to be showing you, this is not really more of a tutorial, this is just a case study. This is something I have done personally, this is something I have used, this is something I have also experienced myself, and that's what I'm going to be showing you exactly. I'm going to show you exactly what I also got. Now how can you rank this gig? Now first of all, I need you to understand that Fiverr is a freelance platform, yes, but you have to take some note of something. There are more freelancers than clients coming. Okay, and what I'm trying to say now is, if there are 1,000 freelancers on Fiverr, then probably there are just about 100 clients, 200 clients, or 300 clients. I don't want to exaggerate this, because this freelancing has a lot of competition. You must accept that fact. Freelancing has a lot of competition, and for you to be able to get it right, or for you to be able to get freelancing perfectly, then you also need to go extra mile and stuff like that. But what you have to understand is, there are more freelancers. So guys, now what I'm going to be doing here, I'm not going to be really showing you how you can create Fiverr accounts, how you can create Fiverr gig. No, we're not going to be discussing much about that for now. What we're going to be discussing now is, we're going to be discussing basically how you can rank that gig you have already created. If you don't know how to create a Fiverr gig, or if you don't even know how to create a Fiverr account, you can drop it in the comment section, and I'm going to make a video on how to do that. Although I'm assuming everybody should know it, but if you don't know it, drop in the comment section and I'll make a video immediately on how to do any of that, create a gig or create a Fiverr account. Now without wasting much time, let's go down into the video. So now what do you need? What do you need to get your gig at the top? Okay, let me explain something. Now just like in every market, if you're in the market, if there are 1,000 people selling smartphones, then and there are very little buyers, you're going to notice that the sellers want to make much, and some sellers might not even make any sale at all. This is common. Like, there's nothing affecting this very principle. This is something that is common in every market, or every working environment, or every business environment. But usually when the market is saturated, you have to take necessary actions to get yourself at the top. Personally, I am a web developer, a web designer, mostly with WordPress. If you notice some of my past videos, they are on WordPress. If you notice that I am a web designer, I can design a website from scratch. I can design a website, yeah, I can do that. But now if you check my profile on Fiverr, you're going to discover that I don't really put out web design gigs, like creating a website for people. I don't really put it, like, if you check I'm going to drop the link to my profile on Fiverr so you can check it. You discover I don't think, yeah, I actually did that some time ago, but I removed it because I noticed when I use this method I'm about to explain here, I noticed that I couldn't just make sales with that. I'm not saying you want to make sales with it, but it's almost impossible. Let's be frank. So what do you do to rank now? Okay, I'm going to be using web development. If you're a copywriter, graphic designer, you can just try to relate to this, but I'm explaining this so you can understand, because this is what I do, this is what I actually have done. It's not like more of a choice, more of a case study here, so I need to understand exactly. Okay, so now this is how I did it. Now if you come to Fiverr and search for a gig like WordPress, let's look for WordPress website design. Okay, WordPress website design, let's search for it. Now you are going to see a lot of gigs here. You can see them. You see a lot of gigs here, and coming here, look at this number here, look at this number here. You are going to see 96,000. okay, that's 96,101. let's give it an approximate value, which is 96,000 gigs. Think of that. Somebody just searched for and you know the client's going to hire just one person. Some clients go hire more than one, some hire two, some hire three, but 90% of the cases the client is going to hire just one person. And then you can see we have 96,000 gigs. Oh, now if you want to create another gig on WordPress web design, you are going to be the 96,102nd person that is going to be creating that gig. How does that sound? The market's almost saturated for that very keyword and that very gig. But now let's look at something else. let's search something. It's still gonna be something in web design, but we're going to reduce the weight on it. So let's search it now. Let's search something like, okay, I searched it here. Look at it, WordPress 6. Yeah, at the time of making this video, WordPress just upgraded to WordPress 6, and so some people who upgraded their websites to WordPress 6 had a lot of issues. Yeah, I received a lot of orders because people had a lot of issues when they received this, when they updated their WordPress website to WordPress 6. Now let me search this and let me show you something. Now when you search this very keyword here, WordPress 6 database issue, yeah, people had a lot of database issues. Now look at this here. You're going to see that you're going to have just 429 available services. Now look at the difference. This is also a gig under web design, and that what I searched earlier was also a gig under web design. That had 96,000 gigs. Sorry, I'm used to saying views. That had 96,000 gigs, and this has just 429 gigs. Now, without any further explanation, without saying any further thing, if you want to go into a market, which market will you go into? Is it a market that has 96,000 sellers already, or a market that has just less than 500 sellers? Obviously, we are all going to go for this kind of market. So now, you never knew this, but now you are knowing it. Even though you're a WordPress web designer, even though you're a graphic designer, don't make your gig too broad. Limit it. This has side effects such as you won't receive orders from other gigs. Yeah, but you're not even receiving orders in the first place. You're getting very little, in fact, very little or no orders at all. Now that you have trimmed down you have taken down your gig, you have made it more specific, just a very specific issue that you're going to resolve. Yeah. Now I think Fiverr allows you to put out about 7 gigs. I've seen somebody with 9 gigs, but I think it's just 7 gigs. Now Fiverr allows you to put out about 7 gigs. You can make the first gig a different issue, second gig another issue, and then you have 7 issues that you are resolving, and then you will get your order. Sometimes, yeah, these issues have a low cost, some as low as $10, $20, but that's still fine. Think of how you are going to rank with this very gig. Now that's just the first part of ranking, which is what? Choosing a unique keyword, choosing a very low competition a keyword that people aren't aware of. Now you're going to see down here. Okay, let's go down. You're going to see very few gigs, and one thing you should notice is most of these gigs are not that searched. For example, if you receive about 1,000 searches of WordPress web designer in a day on Fiverr, then a gig like WordPress 6 database is just going to receive 20 search. So I want to understand this. But the fact that WordPress 6 database issue, this keyword is very low, or it's the ranking is very little. Like the gigs in the gigs under this keyword are very little. It doesn't mean that the gig has so many clients. No, the gig doesn't have many clients. That's just the fact, and it is not too competitive, and you can actually make from. These are the gigs that you do, and I'm going to show you one of my gigs before the end of this video. Okay, that's the first part of ranking on Fiverr. Second part is choosing a unique gig. When I say unique gig, what I mean is, don't just put out any gig. Now when we search for WordPress 6 database issues, you saw these keywords. All these are keywords here. Look at them. Everything here is a keyword. Now in your Fiverr you might not see this. You can't even find it on your mobile, but on your PC you might not still see it unless you install a Chrome extension called, let me get the Chrome extension. I have 2 Chrome extensions here, the Fiverr Quick View and Fiverr Data. You need to install these 2 Chrome extensions. They are quite good. They will help you out. Yeah, these 2 Chrome extensions, they are really nice. I've used them and I can vouch for them. They are perfectly okay. So now these extensions are going to give you related keywords to whatever you search. Like I've searched WordPress 6 database issues, and the keywords are also showing me the Chrome extension has brought out some Fiverr keywords for me down here. Okay, now what do? When creating your gig, make sure you use these keywords. Yes, I know some people use things like Grammarly to correct their phrases when creating gigs. I also use Grammarly, but you have to understand that when creating your gig, it's not just about having every word accurate, but it's about getting the keywords so that you can rank. Now for a keyword like WordPress help, it has 10 search here. So you can write like something like or maybe in your description. This shouldn't be necessary. Maybe you can just put one keyword in your title. Let me get one of my gig and let me show you. Let me get one of my gig. Okay, let me switch to selling so I can get exactly what I want. Alright, so now this is a gig I created. I just created this gig about I think about 3 days back or so, and this gig already has a lot of views. This gig has a lot of views already. Now what do I mean by that? That's because of the keywords I used and the uniqueness of the gig. Yeah, this gig is not that unique. It still has over, I think, let me search it so you can see. Let me search it. Clone or duplicate any website. Let me search it so you can see how many. It's not that unique, although I used keywords. So let's see what we have. Okay, so let's search it here. Okay, now you see this very gig has about just 1,000 services available. 1,002. Oh, sorry, don't mind my mistakes. 1,700. Let's just call that 2,000 gigs available. So now you see these gigs. You go down. Anybody who can clone, who can redesign or duplicate a website is definitely a web designer and can also design a website from scratch. But now when you bring down the gig, when you minimize the gig, when you go narrow, when you focus on a particular thing, you end up losing competitors and then you stand out. I hope you are getting this. Okay, so now let's go back to what we're saying. So now this is how you do it. So when you want to design, so you use keywords. Like when you're writing your description. Let's say something like, I'm going to help you with your WordPress issues. I'm going to fix WordPress issues on your website. Now you can see this keyword fix WordPress is already there, and then when you put fix WordPress issues, you have automatically covered these 2 keywords, because fix WordPress and fix WordPress issue are in the same place. Now one thing you should know with keywords is nothing should stay in between the keywords. For example, if you are writing fix WordPress issue, don't put anything in between fix and WordPress. It should be fixed and then next to WordPress. This is how bots check for keywords. They don't just go around and then find different words. No, they check for the phrases that are in the same place. So look, install this Fiverr extension, use these keywords and create your gig, and you will see how you are going to rank easily. Now third thing on ranking is, now this one doesn't come for, this one is not going to be common with people who haven't started selling. What I mean is, you haven't started getting orders yet on Fiverr. You're not really going to enjoy this aspect of ranking because you are yet to start. But when you start ranking, when you start getting orders, then this method of implementation is going to help you rank your gig on Fiverr. What am I talking about? This method is called delivery. Now your delivery, how do you do your delivery? First, one thing you should always do is do not deliver late. Do not deliver after the deadline. If your gig is supposed to be 7 days, make sure you deliver between 5th to 6th, the 5th or the 6th day. You can deliver on the 7th day quite alright, but don't deliver after the time. Fiverr gives you a countdown whenever you have a gig, whenever you have an order. Fiverr runs a countdown for you, and so you can follow up with the countdown. Don't deliver late. Don't deliver after this countdown. It's really going to take down your gig. It's going to take it down, and people are going to, you will lose clients that should have come to you, and they will go to other person. Second thing on delivering well is go extra mile and deliver for your client. For example, if a client asks you to design maybe let's say a landing page, after designing the landing page, you can go ahead and maybe help the clients do out some few keyword research so the clients can attach those keywords to his or her page. Now this will cost you very little. Okay, let's say the gig they paid you for is $50 and you went extra mile to do a gig that, or something not even up to really worth a gig that might, okay, let's just say a project that is worth $2-3. Now your client is going to be focused on the extra mile you went even more than the work you did. Hope we're all together here. Your client is going to focus more on the extra work you did. You designed the landing page, yes, but your client's attention is going to go to the fact that you also helped do keyword research. And trust me, that client will keep on coming to you. I've had repeat clients through this very method, and I am sure if you can do this perfectly, then you are also going to get repeat clients. Now, the third on delivering well is always make sure you do exactly what your clients wanted. Keep in communication with your clients. Make sure you are together with your clients. You shouldn't keep their messages pending. People love when they are being replied. People love when they know they are talking to someone. You don't message someone and then the person replies to you in the next 48 hours. No. How are you going to feel? Like, it doesn't work that way. When you are working on if you're a web developer, I don't know for other gigs that much, but for something like web development, if you're a web developer, definitely you are going to be online while working. So you can just open another tab for Fiverr, and then if any message comes in, Fiverr will surely alert you. You go quickly reply your message, and then maybe if your client starts asking for too much, you can politely tell your clients you are trying to work on this project, and I'm sure everybody should understand. I'm sure every client should understand that you are actually working on the person's gig. Now, make sure you always reply them. It's important. At least you can delay for up to 30 minutes, but don't delay for up to an hour. Yeah, I also understand sometimes you are asleep, and you can always keep to this rule 100%, because there are times I've also replied clients in more than 6 hours, but it's bad. The fact is that's bad. So try to always reply your clients as fast as possible. Now, the last and obviously the one of the best ways to get to rank is for you to stay online. Be staying online, like always stay on Fiverr. Yeah, I know if you have not gotten any gig, how does it sound staying online? It doesn't sound okay, but this helps. Let me tell you something. For a gig like errors on WordPress issue, most people discover errors on their website when they are working on the website. They don't discover these errors while sitting and thinking. They discover these errors when they are working on their website, and when they discover these errors, immediately they come to Fiverr and start looking for someone to help them rectify this error. And when they are looking for someone to help them rectify this error, they are definitely going to be looking for somebody who is currently online, so they can start chatting with that person immediately. And so when you are offline, I've missed some orders because I was offline. Yeah, I was actually sleeping. I can't deny myself of sleep. I was actually sleeping, and I missed those orders, but I've also gotten other orders because I was online. So now what do you do? How do you stay online? If you are using your laptop, you can just open a tab just like this, open it and leave it. You are going to be showing online as long as this tab is open. If you are working on another project, let's assume I am working on this gig here. Let's assume this is a gig I'm working on. I'm just working here. After like 30 minutes, I can go back and then refresh this page. And when I refresh this page, my active status is still going to restart counting to show that yes, I am online. So staying online is very, very important. Don't take that. Now, how do clients see if you're online? What they first do is online sellers. You will click here. Now, before that, you can see we have over 429 services. Now let's click online sellers and let's see what we have. When you click online sellers, you have just 51 services remaining. Now just 51 persons are online currently. Now let's assume you're a local seller. Let's say that person is from your country. Yeah, this isn't going to be necessary for the beginning process because it's almost impossible, but it's almost most people don't really search for that, and that isn't so important for ranking. But for the side of online sellers, this is very, very important. Staying online is very, very important. So when you stay online, now out of 429 services available, just 51 are online. That's out of over 300 services are already gone. Staying online is really going to help your gig around. And even if people don't order when they search, the more they search and the more you keep appearing, you keep going to the top. That's just how Fiverr works. Now let me just break this whole process down. Please, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed everything I've explained, if you want more videos like this, go down, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment I want more video like this, comment the video you want me to, comment what you want me to make a video on. I'm going to answer you, I'm going to reply to your comment. And if it's the video is something I have experience on, definitely I am going to do that. If I don't have any experience in that aspect where you want the video from, I'm going to refer you to someone who has the knowledge and everything. please subscribe to my channel so that I can continue doing this for you, so you can get notified when I drop a video like this. So now just wrap this up. One of the things you should understand is there is no particular method of ranking. There's no specific method you are going to use to rank. There's no particular algorithm for ranking. Now let me just tell you what I'm trying to see. Look at the gig here. Look at the gig that is first here. This guy here, I don't know him, the code dude. Now look at this gig here. I'm going to refresh this page. I'm not going to touch anything, just refresh the page, and you're going to see how the guy is going. It's not going to be there any longer. Let's see. Now automatically someone else is here. This shows that it's not about just everything. Like, I don't know how Fiverr does it. I don't know how they do it here. And if you look at it, this guy has about 54 reviews, which means he has gotten over 60 orders, and this guy has just one review. Probably he has gotten just one order on Fiverr. But you see he's ranking before this. So what I want you to understand is there is no particular method for ranking on Fiverr, but these few tips I've given you here are going to help you bring your gig to timelight, so you're going to be able to see more things out there. You're going to bring your gig to timelight, and it's going to really help you to rank better. But mark my words, there is no particular algorithm, unlike Google, where Google has particular ways of ranking and other things. No, Fiverr doesn't have. But I am very sure if you implement everything the way I have explained, then definitely you are going to be able to do this. If you want me to make a video on any other game, how to create a Fiverr account, how to create a gig the way I create my gigs on Fiverr, just drop in the comment section below, and I'm going to create a gig on. I'm going to create a video on that. Drop in the comment section below and let me know if you want more videos like this. I'm going to work on them. Don't leave without subscribing. Don't leave without liking this video. I appreciate all of you for being here, and I'm going to continue dropping videos like this for you guys.